Hello, everybody, and welcome back once more to Anime Yay or Nay. I am TheOutbackAl.
I'm Yin&Jung.
I'm Chibi Noob.
I'm Envy Jitters.
I'm CheerandCosplay.
And I'm Kozi.
And we're back with one final week of the Clamp Connection. Right? That's what we're calling it? That's what we did call it? You haven't been here. I don't know.
Yeah.
You were here. Never mind.
I was here.
You were here.
I wasn't.
No, I knew someone was here. But yes, Clamp stuff. What did we watch?
X.
X. Not X times X. XX. Hunter X.
Yes. Just
Just
you could
X.
technically say X, the TV show.
I'm just going to call this show Twitter.
Yes.
No.
In Japan, it was called X, the TV.
X the TV show. XTAS. Someone talk about this show because I'm not the expert this month. And I am taking a back seat.
I guess you could say that Kozi is the expert. Oh.
Wow. What a knee slapper.
So, we actually have this as a continuation of Tokyo Babylon, which we did not watch for this month, so that means nothing to any of you.
I knew there was a reason I was confused.
It is set in the same world in terms of a continuation. It is not continuing the same story. You do not need to watch Tokyo Babylon to understand. It just adds some additional context to some of the characters. That guy who's in the phone booth,
Yeah.
Subaru, he is the protagonist of Tokyo Babylon.
Okay.
And I will never forget what Clamp took from us because he was a bona fide twink in Tokyo Babylon. And I'm like, what did they do to my boy?
Yeah, he looked really different. But I guess he was only like 16 in Tokyo Babylon. He's like 25 here. So he grew up.
Man, you can only stay a twink for so long.
Yeah.
Well,
Twink death is real.
they've done other iterations of an adult Subaru where, like, he maintains more of his appearance.
Yeah. Well, not here.
I don't know. Something about an adult Subaru sounds like it should be a lesbian.
I'm gonna get me a Subaru. You can really, really tell, though, that this was one of the first two things that Clamp ever created. Because I will remind you again, they were for yaoi mangaka.
Mm-hmm.
And it shows.
It does
Yes.
show.
Yep.
So this series takes place in a pre-apocalypse Tokyo. And it hasn't really come up much in the show, but the characters we're meeting are all going to be proponents of either stopping or completing that apocalypse. And Kamui is somehow the key to this. So they all have supernatural powers. Some of them are just like actual spell casting, like Subaru is basically like spiritual powers. Kamui, he has kind of general powers, but everyone else, they're called dragons. Yep, there are 7 of them, and they have elemental powers. So we saw a familiar face this week. We met Sarada, who we met in Tsubasa.
We did?
He's the lightning dragon. The guy who kind of looks like David from Edge Runner.
Oh. Wait, who was he in the other one? Oh!
If you flirt with my wife,
Oh!
I'll kill you.
Oh my god! It all came back! Wait, is that why in his
Yeah.
world everybody had it like ESPN or something?
No,
Okay.
not at all. I will say this, X does have not a like crossover, but there is a world in Tsubasa that is like an apocalypse world where it has all the cast of X there. But that one has vampires.
Ah.
I think it is inevitable when you're doing like some sort of like multiverse or time travel kind of like TV show. You have to go to the world where the world ended and everyone's just like, well, this sucks. And then they leave.
Really, these first couple episodes are trying to establish this premise. Like I said, they did not really tell us much, which is why before we got on, I kind of asked where everyone stopped, because we only did 3 episodes, and I'm like, oh, wow. we really don't have anything to go on yet, which
not
is,
at all.
I think, one of Clamp's downfalls. Like, they have such complicated worlds that they don't really explain very quickly, which is great when you're not doing it in like a weekly format.
Yeah, I think they do what I kind of consider sort of like the older style of narrative for anime or manga, where it's usually like a setup of like, here's a basic description of the world, but we're going to mainly focus on, let's set up these characters, and once you care about the characters, that's going to be your through line through the rest of the story. No matter how weird or complicated our lore is going to get, these characters are what you're really here for. Versus, but I've said like modern shows nowadays, they tend to be like plot, 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 plot. First 3 episodes, get as much plot as you can. The characters can be white bread as we don't care. But plot to hook you on that. And then when the plot goes sideways, that's when everyone's like, why did we watch this?
I mean, I don't know if you noticed, but Kamui's gonna be our main character here.
No.
And he doesn't really have much character.
No.
He's kind of just a
angry.
dick.
But
he's edgy.
Yeah.
He
was
He's a dick, and not even the fun kind of dick that Mokana is.
He did watch his mother burn alive.
That's fair.
Yeah,
That'll
he has
do something.
I wish they would have told us
He's
that.
a little traumatized. They did.
Oh, wow.
He had that dream.
They do explain that a little later. I ended up watching 7 episodes because I had a little bit of extra time the day that I was watching stuff. So, and I do want to correct you here. There are not 7 dragons. There are 14.
There's 7 on each side.
Yeah. Then they divide them
The
as
other 7 are angels.
Yeah, angels and
I think they do call them all dragons.
Well,
They're
they're
dragons
all
of earth and dragons of
Earth
heaven.
dragons, heaven dragons, but the heaven dragons are also seals, and
Yeah.
the earth dragons are also angels, but they're from the earth, not the sky. And it's like, you know what?
There are many names.
Your whole lore situation is convoluted as fuck. You're very much right about that, Kozi.
I feel like
that is actually where I think Tokyo Babylon as a prerequisite is useful, because you do know some of the organizations ahead of time, and that doesn't feel like they're throwing quite as much at you.
I remember reading the manga for this like 10 years ago or something, and I do feel like it was a little bit easier to follow. I think it was like a little bit more fleshed out, as far as I can remember. But
it's much easier to take at your own pace
Yeah.
for processing.
Yeah, because this anime, it was going a little fast for me, and I'm just like, wait, slow the fuck down. What?
there's a lot
They
that they're
can't,
setting up.
Chibi.
I mean, episode 1 was basically nothing, at least to me, but nothing but exposition. Just like, there was a few character beats, but otherwise it was just straight up just exposition dump after exposition dump.
Oh, it keeps going like that. I'm going to be honest with you. They exposition dump a lot.
Yeah.
You were saying, Kozi?
They can't slow down. There's an apocalypse coming.
I get
that's a fair
that,
point.
but give me time to absorb the information and get to know these people.
It doesn't really start fleshing out until, Al, you brought it up. There are 2 kind of sides here.
Mm-hmm.
One side is, yes, the apocalypse. The other side is no humanity.
Yeah.
And it doesn't really, like, settle into a character-driven narrative until Kamui is forced to kind of make a choice and then deal with the consequences of that choice.
Right, I remember he has to choose between being for heaven or for earth, and then like that choice also sets in motion like I guess you could say the opposing side is like the opposite. But I don't think that happened yet, right?
But what about his clone?
That's what I like. The other Kamui is on the other side.
It is a clone. It is not his clone.
Oh, okay.
I want to clarify that.
Spoilers,
It is
I guess.
other Kamui, but that is not his clone. I don't really feel like this impacts like spoilers a lot, but you can tell me if you think.
I don't know. Part of me is like, I want to continue watching this because I do like the idea of a battle royale for the apocalypse sort of like situation. But also the last time I watched that, it was Granbelm, and that did not end well.
I think
I don't particularly care if I get spoiled or not.
So, I just want to say that clone is one of the types of characters that I look at Clamp and I'm like,
Who let you in the kitchen and what the fuck were you cooking?
Wow.
If it's Mogata, it's crack.
I think one thing with this is that, as far as I remember, the manga was never finished, so the anime just has an anime fakey ending.
Hold up. The apocalypse
Yeah.
story does not have
There's
an ending.
no ending.
We don't know if the apocalypse happens.
We don't know what happens at the end.
Oh my God.
Not in the manga.
Oh my
It's just
god.
they never finished it.
That kind of makes me angry.
Yeah, so the anime ending, if you do watch the rest, is just like something that they made up because they had to finish it.
Ooh.
I think it was okay. Like, I can see why they made the decision they made, but I guess I don't know if it's the true ending. Like, I don't know if Clamp, like, decided this is the true ending, but not exactly how we would have gone there, or, like, Game of Thrones, or I don't know.
How much crack was Mogata on?
Yeah, who knows? But, yeah, I know that the manga never actually ended.
Would you like to know why the manga never ended?
I would,
Because
Sure.
yeah.
bad sales? That's usually why they get canceled.
No.
What?
Publishers do not support whatever volume they have finishing it up.
Oh.
They said it's too violent.
And they were just like, we are not gonna unviolence this?
Yeah.
Damn.
Wow, they stuck with it.
I'll give them points for integrity, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, it must have been a different publisher, or at least a publisher who doesn't like a lot of violence. Because if this came out in the 90s,
No.
and obviously,
I'm
Okay.
sorry, to this day, they have it locked and loaded and ready to go.
Oh.
A publisher has not approved it. Like, they
What?
have tried multiple publishers.
How violent is
What?
it?
And, I mean, yeah, that is kind of my question, because Clamp has a lot of series where it gets very dark and very violent. And I'm like, what actually
Hold
happens
up.
that we can't know?
I'm gonna be honest with you. That's really weird, especially today.
Yeah, there's so much violence in a lot of manga.
No, not even that. You could self-publish it on the internet
Yeah,
if you
that's true
wanted.
too.
Like, or do some
True.
kind of thing. Like, I understand, like, you're probably
is
not
it a
gonna
rights thing?
Oh, that could be an element. But
Maybe.
like, if
Weird.
you put it out on the internet, odds are you're not going to make as much money. But I guarantee you have some fans who will definitely pay for it or something like that.
I mean, I don't know. I like to think that the beats, at the very least, of the anime ending are probably like in line with what they had planned
That's what I
for
figured.
the ending of the manga, just dialed down.
Yeah.
But when I think about the ending, I'm like, I guess it tracks that would be kind of violent.
Yeah.
It's the apocalypse.
Right, you would think you would expect it.
I really have to wonder because, like, they've published Berserk
Yeah.
and how many other fucking Devilman
Insanely
and
violent things.
yeah, like,
Well,
What
not
did
even
they
just for
do?
the violence thing. Look how much depravity and sexual content gets published in
Right.
manga and light novels. So
It's like the characters must come out of the manga and attack you. Like, I don't know what's going on.
No, I'm wondering if it has like really graphic rape in it at this point.
Yeah, that's what
Ooh.
I was wondering too.
again,
So
that's
does
been in
Berserk.
other
And
manga
it's-
that
Yeah,
that
it's
has been
Berserk.
published.
Well, it would have been gay rape, so
I mean, again,
It's out
it's,
we
there
know
too.
how Japan is.
I don't want to be like that's not bad, but it's like it's not worse.
I mean, it's
It's
I
not,
mean,
but
it's like
Japan
equally
censors
bad.
a lot of Japan
Mhm.
censors a lot of LGBT stuff. So
Oh,
It
okay.
does. Yeah.
Well, either way, it doesn't have an ending. We may never know.
Well, on that fun note, yeah, what did everybody think about these episodes? I guess.
One thing I really enjoy about X, and that I remember enjoying the past two, was the way that they set the stage with like so many players and stuff. It's kind of like a chessboard, and like you see different sides of like what's going on and how they're going to set up the apocalypse. And I've always enjoyed those type of stories. I really like end of days stories, and that's what really made me want to read this way back when. And I heard it was pretty gay, so like both of those things. But I really like how they set up, I guess, how things are gonna get moving. And I like a big giant cast like this, so I find it really engaging that way. I do agree with you guys that like you can't get as much of a sense of the individual characters to like care that much about like them as people or anything, because we only get like 5 minutes with each. But I do like how it services the plot to have like so many players, because it really does make it feel like a big story. Like there's these things going on in Tokyo, there's these things going on like this more rural area, and like it just feels very epic to me, and it feels like it's really leading to something. So that was like always one of the highlights of this to me. I also really like just the aesthetic and the style of it. You know, it's really, I feel like this anime like captured Clamp's art to me in ways that some of the other animes that we watched this month did not. And I really like how this one looks, and just some of like the artistic choices that they make. Like even in the opening of I don't know if anybody watched episode 0, but like there was a really cool thing with the 2 swords and just some like really symbolic shots that you get like when it's going over like the prophet's visions and stuff. That was really interesting. And I feel like they really hone into like that artistic like side of Clamp that I always really liked. So honestly, like X was always my favorite out of the Clamp stuff that I was somewhat familiar with. I haven't like read or consumed all of Clamp stuff, but like out of the stuff that I know, like this one has always like been the one that I connected to the most. So I really enjoyed it. I liked watching it again. It can be a little confusing, but like, I don't know. I just go along for the ride and I enjoy the hell out of it. And I feel like reading the manga did give me more context, maybe just because I can read it at my own pace. But I really enjoyed watching these again.
I honestly, what I think I was comparing it a little bit in my head was Fate Zero.
Yeah.
Especially early on, because like very similarly, Battle Royale, kind of like multiple large cast, big, widespread consequences for the conflict that's about to happen. Obviously very different conflicts, but still. And I do like that element. Yeah, you have a bit of an issue sometimes with these larger casts, like you said, with you don't get to meet them for very long in the beginning. But I do think these shows do tend to eliminate people every now and then and whittle down that cast to the more interesting characters, and that's usually who we gravitate to the most.
I think you're actually pretty close to where they start thinning out the cast.
Oh, I had a feeling. Yeah.
They make one of the biggest twists in the series, which is where they really force Kamui to make a choice.
So he's going to draw first blood.
Yeah, I want to say it happens in like episode 9.
I mean, that makes sense. This is what, like 24 episodes? So
Yeah, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, having it right around there makes sense. You've got a good 8 episodes to like build up the people, establish their powers, figure out all that sort of stuff, and then get them to start killing each other.
Oh, kill each other they do. Someone kills a lot more people than anyone else.
Someone always does. There's always one person in the game where it's like, okay, you're like a ranks player and everyone else is doing casual. What's up, man?
Honestly, the big bad in this, like, there is obviously kind of an antagonist, but it's kind of Destiny. Destiny's the fucked up one in this.
Yeah.
Right, it's almost like they don't have a choice, like in certain ways as it goes later into the story.
No, I think that's kind of the ultimate thing there is they're like, yeah, the antagonist is not actually the antagonist. They're kind of like possessed by fate.
Yeah. Like, the whole personality changes, too. I don't know if I'm getting too far into spoilers, though, so I won't say too much.
I feel like, and you guys can correct me if I'm wrong, I feel like sometimes that is just an element in a lot of Clamp's work. They do seem to do a lot of, like, chosen one, fated, you're this thing that is important for something. Yeah. Like, even Chobits, which was, like, just a random romance thing, was like, you're my person, or whatever, or, like...
Yeah.
It seems to lean in that direction a lot.
For X specifically, Fate is like, okay, Kamui, you've chosen one side. Now I need someone to fill in as, like, the warrior for the other side.
Right. It's almost like a yin-yang thing.
Yeah. I was gonna say Supernatural Season 5.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
It's the apocalypse.
Do we have a Michael Lucifer situation?
A little bit.
Yeah, honestly.
It's actually a lot like Supernatural.
And then right at the end, some socially awkward dude says, "Hey, ass butt," and then throws a Molotov cocktail.
Yes, canon.
Okay, so who's ass butt?
I might honestly say the other Kamui.
He's ass butt.
In a way, yes.
He's Castiel.
No, Lucifer.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I
he
mean, who
kind
says-
of all
Oh,
pop
who says
cocktails
it?
Who says
the
ass butt?
antagonist.
I don't know who says it.
I kind of want what's his face, the happy-go-lucky monk to be like, hey, ass butt, because he doesn't know how to swear. Honestly, he was my favorite character through, I think, this.
He was pretty fun.
He's just, yeah, I don't know what it is. He got golden retriever energy.
Yeah. I like him too. I
And
like
if-
his character.
And of course, he's like, I'm in love with you, person who has no emotions whatsoever.
Yeah.
I have enough emotions for the both of us.
Right.
Hey, you saw her maid, or not her maid outfit, her shrine maiden outfit. Sakura tried that on.
Ah, good for her. I will say, I really liked, and this just might be because I'm a Princess Bride fan. I like the duel that he had with the other guy, where they're just
That
so
was a
nice
good
to
one,
each other.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm
Oh,
like,
that-
are these guys both like absolutely insane, or are they about to make out? I can't
Dude,
tell.
that whole sequence was easily my favorite part of these three episodes
It
by
was
far. Just
Honestly, yeah.
like especially the
He
guy
does-
especially the guy with the hat. Like he was
Yeah.
my favorite character. He is just like his positivity is so out of place in this world. It's
He's-
kind of refreshing.
He's the golden
Like-
retriever. You gotta love him. But I love that. It's like, oh my god, that is such a great technique. Ah, yours isn't so bad either, my friend. Ha 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 ha. Blowing up buildings.
It was a fun part.
When you meet an enemy and you just suddenly vibe.
Yeah.
For as much as the clone is not very like humanized, the sides themselves, the characters usually are. And a lot of them don't necessarily want to be fighting, but again, they're kind of like, I was chosen by fate, I don't have a choice.
Yeah.
Everyone's like, I was made to fight. I was made to fight. I was made to fight. Guy in the hat. I was made for loving you, baby. I recently rewatched The Fall Guy, so that's been in my head.
Oh, no, he would. How do we feel about our people who are funding this? It's not gay. Look at my token love interest.
Oh,
it
yeah.
still feels so gay. Like,
I completely forgot she was a thing.
Yeah, that, but also I got spoiled. So I was just like, of course.
Yeah.
It's the brother, right? Right?
What do you mean it's the brother?
Like he's the real love interest.
I'm going to say,
Yes.
Yeah,
yes,
of
more
course.
or less.
Yes, he is.
I saw them looking at each other during the basketball
Storyline-wise,
thing.
I mean, you
They've been
don't
looking at
put
each
a
other
picture
like
of the two of them looking as they do in the opening if they're not the main ship.
I don't know why.
They just have what's the thing where they're like reaching out like this? David.
Not David. David's a statue. What is that?
God and Adam.
God and Adam?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sistine Chapel.
Yeah, they have that.
thing? I'm just gonna say I don't know what you're talking about because for some reason the version that I had cut the openings and I was pissed off at
Oh,
it.
that's annoying.
But yeah,
My question is, how come this pairing wasn't technically canon and they had to do all this to get around it, but then in Tokyo Babylon, it's canon, so it's like they got away with it, and that pairing was weirder because he was a grown-ass adult.
What? So, question is that were they published under the same magazine?
I don't know.
Because it can depend on the magazine's policies.
Maybe.
I also don't know, but I feel like they didn't do anything like explicit in Tokyo Babylon.
But didn't they say, like, I'm in love with you and so, you know, like, it was obvious.
They did, but they didn't like kiss and they weren't
okay.
like,
Yeah.
yeah,
And it
we're together.
And it depends on, like, how they interpret the language. Like, how they phrase it.
There was no getting around it, man. Like-
No, in Japanese,
No,
I mean.
they straight up acknowledge they're
Okay.
He was
soulmates.
flirting
Okay.
with him the whole time, and it was weird.
I must be the outlier because I didn't get any gay tension from them at all watching this.
Really?
Really?
Yeah, no.
I don't think
No.
there's a lot in the early episodes, but I'm just like I'm like, oh, this is a clamp show. Yeah, those two.
I
Maybe it's 'cause
I
you
just thought that the brother liked him because he was good friends with his sister and he saved her from an accident. So that's why
you don't put them in that many scenes together unless they are the main ship.
I need to see this opening.
The opening feels very.
It does feel very gay.
I want to be very clear. Full
That
context.
too.
Have not seen the opening. Knew immediately as soon as those two were on screen. Yeah.
They're like reaching out to each other and stuff in the ending.
I don't know. There was
They
just some
are.
sort of like we got a history vibe whenever he like shows up to watch him like shoot basketball in the middle of the night. You don't watch a guy shoot basketball in the middle of the night without being there for a reason.
Yeah, they just give those vibes, man.
And and then he's like,
He was
"Oh,
like-
it's good to see you." It's like, "Not so good to see you." I'm like, "Okay." It's like you're telegraphing the whole thing.
Yeah.
When he finds him on the basketball court, he's like, "You were stabbed by a sword, and it wasn't mine."
Yes.
He's like, "No, I was literally stabbed, you idiot."
Kozi did ask me the same question while we were watching it, but do you like the token love interest? I'm like, wait, that girl, we were supposed to pretend she's a love interest? The moment they locked eyes, he was like, don't talk to me, I don't care about you anymore.
Oh, he cares so much.
Yeah, I think he was just being tsundere, but like trying to protect her or whatever, but I don't know.
They definitely, like, the first 8 episodes they spend building her
Yeah.
up.
Yeah.
I gotta be honest with you. I watched the first 8 or at least 7 episodes. Couldn't tell you a damn thing about her. Yeah.
They're trying to make you
the
care about
bird
her
ones.
a lot.
They didn't. They didn't. I'm gonna be honest with you. She has light brown hair. That's all I could tell you about her.
Yeah.
They were in a tree at one point. That
Yeah, no,
Had
that's why I say
prophetic
she's
dreams at least
very,
once.
she's very tokenized. Like, Clamp took this to, like, whoever they needed to pitch, and they're like, no, look, she has a crush on Kamui. It's not gay.
I mean, if you need just a token straight couple, you already have one. You have Golden Retriever
Oh, they have
boyfriend
multiple.
and what's her
But they
face.
needed the buffer so that it's not too gay between those dudes.
Oh, fuck that. Let them do their thing.
Another thing I do want to point out that is lost in the English dub, the clone is not a him or a her. It is they, them. It's the third pronoun Japan uses specifically to refer to someone who does not adhere to gender binary.
That's good.
That was the clone?
Yeah.
Question, is it a bit of like a... Because I'm just thinking science tube sort of stuff. Like a Ken doll situation, or like what's up?
Oh, we don't know about their actual genitals, but
You know what? Probably for the best.
they are
It's
I'm really
they are
thinking a little too
specifically
deep into
referred
this
to with they them
it's like
pronouns.
it's this thing like X gender is I think how they refer to it. But yeah, it's a thing.
Is that tying thematically?
Okay.
Or is that just like how we're referring to it?
No. I'm just I'm gonna spoil this because it's not really totally relevant to the plot. They are a clone of a woman who was part of one of the organizations, but they needed more DNA because she was already dead, and they used her father's DNA to supplement.
You know, I was gonna ask you, I know this is Clamp, where's gonna be the really weird,
Yes.
like, age
I
gap or
told you.
incesty relationship? Well, at least it's not a real relationship, I guess. That's good.
Wow.
I was about to be like, is this a Superboy situation?
No,
Which is
it
also
does
kinda gay.
manifest. It does manifest in a very, very icky way.
Okay. Yep.
No.
Knew it was coming. Knew it was
So,
coming.
in terms of like memories, feelings, the clone, they mainly have the woman's memories, and they have a person that they care about the most and a person they love the most. And the one they love the most because of their memories is their father. Which again, the daughter did not have any inappropriate feelings for the father, but like, it is really kind of weird. And that translates into there's a character who looks like both the father and the girl who died. So, like, the clone is kind of like, I'm in love with the father lookalike, while simultaneously the person I care about the most is the person who looks like the person I was cloned from.
So what I'm hearing is...
That just melted my brain.
So what I'm hearing is... we really shouldn't clone people or make sex robots that look like our children.
No,
that's what Clamp is teaching.
Not.
Yeah.
Like I said, they are the character that I'm like, who let you in the kitchen and what were you trying to cook?
Crack.
I'm just mostly wondering who out of the four of them has so much unprocessed trauma that they're constantly like, fuck this relationship up more.
I gotta be real with you. It's starting to remind me of Stephen King. Of like, oh, you have like these really good works with like these deep lores and stuff and really interesting characters. And there's also at least one scene per book that's really icky.
That's
it's like,
true.
what the hell was going on there, man?
Looking at you, it.
Oh, there's more than that. But yeah, that's a great example.
Honestly, some of the weird stuff, I'm like, what fanfic did they pull this out of?
Ugh.
I don't know. Sometimes you just find, it's like some of the stuff that you would read like when you were like maybe 12 and you would go on to like fanfic.net and you would find some weird little thing in a story you were reading and you're just like, where is this coming from?
It does get better as it goes. Like, I don't really think they have those in a lot of their later works.
That's good. Maybe someone got therapy.
Maybe.
That'd be a good thing.
Or maybe the other three were just like, okay, honey, we're just gonna pack that back in.
It's like you got three people sitting at a table, they're like, have all these fun ideas, like, ooh, we're gonna give them these powers, and then these two are gonna be a relationship, and there's just one over the corner, it's like, and then one's in love with her dad. Maybe not one of them is in love with their dad.
Mokina is the chaotic god of the Clamp universe.
I feel like over the course of this month, we've had like a number of times where we ask, what were they thinking? We're just projecting personalities onto these people.
I feel like Mokina has to be like the chaotic, super traumatized one.
I mean, if the weird Furby is based off her, probably, yeah. I'll tell you that. I will say, I did think the action and the music and a lot of the other production I actually really liked on this one, I think. Almost more so than a lot of their other ones that I think we watched this month, frankly.
Yeah, no. So at the time, a lot of this was like very innovative, very groundbreaking, and it still holds up today. Like some of these techniques are definitely still used. And like Yin said, this is very loyal to the actual source material in terms of style. So, like, we didn't sacrifice any quality in this kind of adaptation of the material. And, like, it's so pretty to look at.
Yeah.
Which hit or miss with some of the Clamp stuff.
Yeah, I think we've seen that with some of the other ones. But, like, I'm thinking, like, especially in some of the action sequences, because they were doing, some of them have psychic powers and stuff like that. And it honestly reminded me, not necessarily on the same level because they had a much more concentrated, like, effort into it. But some of the stuff with Kamui doing his thing kind of reminded me a little bit of Akira. With, like, some of the, like, invisible, like, powers crushing things or doing this and that. Like, not on the same level. Akira clearly had, like, the budget was concentrated much more. But it reminded me a lot of, like, bits like that, and I was like, this is really good. This is 2001, my god.
Yeah, and their soundtrack was very good. I'm kind of sad you missed the opening. They had a pretty good rock one.
I'm gonna have to look it up.
Yeah,
I'm good. Like, why would you? I was like, damn, this thing doesn't have an opening. I mean, that's a choice, I guess. Like, I guess if it's a more serious series, sometimes, like, I'm like thinking, like, American shows don't always
like
have an opening
Supernatural.
for series. Yeah, like, it's like Supernatural.
No, it does have an opening.
And I'm like,
It
wait,
does.
why doesn't it have a title card? What the hell?
Yeah, no. I was very lucky when I found it on Crunchyroll because I was like, oh, good. I can watch the opening and whatever else they have on here.
Yeah.
So it's not cut. Because I know a lot of places do just cut the opening and ending. I don't know if it's for time purposes or like whatever else, but
I don't
A lot
know.
of people tend to skip them.
I know a lot of people
No.
skip. Like, here's the thing: most sites, even pirating sites or stuff like that, will usually include some sort of skip button or a timeline you can skip around to where they highlight certain sections of it. There's really no need to, like, remove them. And I usually don't see them removed on most of the places that I go.
it might just even depend on where they ripped them from.
That's another possibility. Yeah.
Because if they ripped them maybe straight from a DVD, maybe they wouldn't have the openings.
That is fair.
Like if they were just doing an episode select thing.
Yeah. I've ripped a couple things, and that has also been a thing.
So.
But then why didn't episode 1 have it?
Ooh.
Oh, maybe it was on episode 0 because they wanted to go chronologically. Bullshit. I don't know. I'm just talking out of my ass at this point. I don't know. Anything else we want to cover with this? Anything we haven't talked about?
They had a giant supercomputer that's called the Beast.
Yeah, I did see that. The Beast. I kind of thought it looked...
Very Evangelion.
I thought it looked a little bit like a dragon, which makes sense because it was on one of the dragon's sides.
I did not like that it went directly into the veins.
Yeah. You got a issue with needles?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, that'll do that.
I just like that they nicknamed it the Beast.
Taste the beast. It's a different thing. We don't need to worry about that.
He doesn't even bother explaining the source anymore. He's just like, you guys haven't seen these movies.
Elle, did you meet Karen, like, officially yet?
Is she the one who a thing happens to her
Fire
right
bitch.
after we meet her? Oh, no, her.
Fire
I mean, like, in passing of that first time, but I don't think she really, like, showed up. You know what? In passing twice.
Okay.
Not really gotten to know her yet.
Yeah, the prostitute.
Yeah, I couldn't remember. Was that Wendy Lee? No, Wendy Lee was someone else.
Ooh.
Or maybe, I'm going to say this. There was a lot, it's an early 2000s dub. There's a lot of people I recognized here. I'm not going to go through all of them, but, like, yeah, there was a couple.
Well, I mean,
especially-
I wrote this stuff.
Yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna say I noticed that maybe it's because there was a limited amount of actors back then, but I noticed that a lot of the same voice actors and actresses show up in Clamp shows, like Foo's voice actress from Ray Earth. I think she was
Yep.
in every show this month.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
That was
Yes.
Wendy Lee. Or no,
Foos, Umi
sorry.
was
No,
Wendy
that was
Lee.
Michelle
Umi.
Ruff.
Yeah.
I was going to say,
No,
I'm pretty sure
um,
Michelle Ruff did Foo.
Yeah.
Right?
So,
No,
Envy,
no.
to answer you there, voice acting and anime being brought over was still a very relatively rare thing. It was very rare to have an actual dub of something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it was starting to get a bit more of an uptick at this point around, because, like, if it came out in 2001, it would have come over here 2002, 2003-ish, probably, which was when it was kind of starting to get a little bit bigger, because, you know, Pokemon had come out, Dragon Ball Z had become very popular. There's a number of shows, especially, like, through Toonami and that were very popular. I know that Cowboy Bebop had upped the standard quite a bit, though not everybody followed that standard. I'm looking at you, 4Kids.
Yeah,
I'm kidding.
but-
I love 4Kids so much, but...
I would very much say up until like the 2010s, it was a very small community of voice actors.
Yeah.
And that's kind of why we have such established veteran ones who have like a long list of accolades because they were kind of the OGs.
Yeah, I mean, especially
Like they've been there since the beginning.
like we're talking like, especially like Steve Bloom was in this one along with
Yeah.
Wendy Lee. Like, want to talk about Cowboy Bebop again, the gold standard back in the day.
Yeah, and you missed the days where we had to wait for someone to smuggle a DVD out of Japan over here and rip it, and then they put it on the internet, and it was a whole fan sub thing. Like, it was an actual
Yeah.
project of volunteers.
I was
Uh-huh.
around. I just didn't partake in that.
Exactly, you
I
didn't
mean-
partake.
No, you did not. I remember
That's why
those
I'm saying
days.
you missed
Ugh.
it.
Don't speak to
It
me of the
was-
ancient magics. I was there when they were written. Don't
Yes.
speak to me of the old fan subs. I was
10 parts,
There were
3
there.
minutes on YouTube.
I was there when they
baby.
were tight.
Yeah.
I've watched anime on YouTube before. Sometimes they had the full
No.
episodes, so
They never
Well,
had the
no,
full
And they were
episode.
like
when it
9
was in
parts.
3
Dude,
parts.
we are talking when there was a 15-minute limit on YouTube videos. Do you remember those days? It was a big thing when they said,
Yes.
hey, we're increasing
Yeah.
to
They
20.
also couldn't put much on YouTube itself because
No.
YouTube was very monitored by a lot of the licensing companies.
Oh yeah, you
And
were
that
only
shit
allowed a
got
certain number of
struck.
videos
Yeah.
per channel. Yeah, that was a
No,
thing, too.
I'm saying like the Japanese companies themselves. If they caught the anime on YouTube, they struck it so quick.
Yep. A lot of different things people did. There was mirroring. There was a whole bunch of other stuff
Yeah.
came out as a result
Yeah.
of that.
They would put them in like little frames and weird
That was a
stuff
much
like that.
that was a much
Yeah.
later thing that
Oh,
I remember.
It was
There
a much later thing. They actually
Yeah.
still do it.
Well, yeah, they do it now, but like I know letterboxing and like doing different things like that was sometimes a thing. Mirroring was the biggest thing though, where you just flip the image because that usually threw a lot of the
Like,
bots
trick
off.
them,
I've done that with Madoka.
yeah.
But yeah, always fun to go down memory lane of like our early fandom.
Olden days.
Oh,
Yeah.
I mean, that was why cables getting like anime on demand channels were so
Yeah.
big when it happened.
yeah.
Because we did not really get much dispersed over here.
No. And if we did, they were basically turning it into a children's cartoon.
Not everything. I mean, I do think like a lot of the stuff that was getting dubbed for Cartoon Network, Toonami, and different stuff like that. Some
if it
of
was
it
gonna be on
was-
regular cable.
I know, yeah. Like Kids WB, love them, but my God, some of that stuff.
Yeah.
Anywho,
Went on a tangent there.
I'm always happy to go on a tangent, talk about like what was our first. What I gotta ask, what was the first like show everyone's watched like in Japanese originally?
Oh. In
Madoka and
Japan.
another with
Oh, yeah,
the
'cause-
anime club
yeah.
in college. I told my experience before.
Tokyo Mew Mew.
Okay.
Maybe Ranma? I don't know.
Was that early or late? Like
Yeah.
how early? Like what
It was
year do you think?
old. It was. Oh, I don't know. But that was definitely one of the earliest I remember. I mean, I remember watching Death Note and stuff like that too when I was like 12, 13 or whatever.
I mean,
I'm gonna say Inuyasha
Mm,
because the DVDs from Japan were much further ahead.
yeah. Honestly, I think the first time I watched Mew Mew in like sub, I want to say it was like maybe it would probably been like 2005, 2006, somewhere around there.
I think that's probably the same time that I did it too, because like I know I was watching Naruto when it was coming out on Toonami, and then I did that thing where you look up AMVs or something on YouTube, and then suddenly like,
Yes.
wait, what's this? Episode 70 something or other. Wait, but only this many was out.
Yeah.
And then I was like,
Yeah,
oh,
because Japan's
oh my
just
God,
so
there's
much
like 300
further.
episodes that I could watch right now.
Right.
Why are all the subtitles white with yellow outlines? What the fuck? Is there a worse color combination for subtitles?
Oh, I've seen so many bad subtitles, man.
Yeah, contrasting colors.
I've seen like a bright blue used before to outline the white.
The worst is when there's no outline at all, and it just bleeds into it.
Yeah. I think typically the ones I always saw were like that highlighter yellow.
That's the one I'm
with
talking
like
about.
that nice bold black outline. It's a black
Oh,
outline,
that
not white.
one.
Black.
That almost
So
felt
it's
like
a very nice contrast. Very easy to read.
that almost felt like it was a closed caption thing almost for some reason. I don't know why. Like the font always seemed different to me, but I might be thinking of something else.
It depends on who actually was posting the sub.
True.
Because
Because a lot of
whoever
it was fan translated.
Yeah, and whoever was putting the words down there, it would depend on how they were feeling about making the font look.
I feel like the worst captions I've ever seen were like before there were a lot of like K-dramas and C-dramas on like Netflix and places like that. And like on certain sites, like I could barely read it, I swear.
I used to have favorite, like, translation groups.
Yeah, there are good ones, and then there are ones where the captions are like, I mean, like, the translation might be good, but the captions are so unreadable. I don't know why. It's better nowadays.
Or they're just weird decisions, all according to Keikaku. Translators know. Keikaku means play it.
I mean, it was funny, whoever that was.
Yeah.
Or
But-
people die when they are killed.
Yeah. I'm sure that's much more nuanced in the native language. That or Emmy is just a fucking moron. I don't know. Well, anyway, I think we've Patreoned enough for now.
Yes.
So, I think overall here, I think I'm a yay. Light yay, full yay, somewhere around there. I don't know. We'll see how the rest of the series goes. I might watch the rest of this.
I'm a full yay. This is my favorite clamp. I really enjoyed watching this again. Might watch the rest. Definitely want to go back and read the manga at some point. I really like this show.
I would give this like a light yay. I think the anime, pacing-wise, is a little fast for me, and we have such a various cast of characters. I feel like maybe picking up the manga would probably be a little bit more my speed, just because I can digest it more at a better pace, but that's just me.
I'm meh overall. Like, I didn't mind it, but the main character just ruined it for me. I know he's got a tragic past and he's trying to protect people, but I can only take a character being a dick for so long. So
Envy, you did not like any of these.
I didn't say I hated them. I gave them all a meh to a light
Meh,
yay.
Yeah.
Envy's just not a clamp girly.
No, Envy is
No,
not.
I liked Cardcaptor Sakura and Ray Earth.
That's
so-
true.
You didn't really like it at
That
first,
wasn't
though?
in this month.
I don't think it counts if you don't like something at first. Sometimes stuff grows on you.
It's true.
Yeah.
I just remember you not being a very big fan of Sakura.
Well, okay, to be fair, it was the first dub we watched. She got a lot better with the second dub.
That is
Yeah,
fair.
that's... Yeah. I don't think I liked that dub
So,
to begin with. I
What I'm
freaking
hearing
love that.
is I need to plonk Envy down on a couch and be like, you're watching more of this than just 3 episodes because I need you to like this.
I think maybe we just need to find the one that's actually more to his tastes. Is there one that you think would fit Envy's taste a bit more?
I liked Ray Earth, and I will watch the reboot when it comes out.
Envy, I honestly think you would like the Chobits manga.
You're-
It is much better. It is much, much better.
what are you
Cozy,
trying to insinuate
It couldn't
with
have
me?
been much worse.
It's a very cute romance in the manga.
Yeah, I was gonna say, if Chopus wasn't so pervy, I feel like he'd really like it.
Yeah,
He likes, like, the romance.
not that it's necessarily like there are still like a lot of perverts in it, but the actual couple themselves, like, he's very much defending Chi from being sexualized.
Okay, then. I mean, don't get it twisted. I didn't say I hated any of these shows. It's just
I kind of
No,
hated
I
Chobits.
know, but you haven't liked them either.
And that hurts Cozy
So I
on a
need to-
personal level.
I am a clam girly at heart.
I mean, you've hated shows that I've liked, so I guess, the feeling's mutual, I guess.
I've also been very vocal about things that I've hated that you liked.
You guys hate most
Yeah,
of the things that I recommend. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna keep quiet.
No, it's just I do feel like you would like these, but we do not have much time in them.
I'm just glad no one said I was gonna have a waifu in these episodes.
Did you?
No.
He's never gonna have a waifu. It's only
I
Henry
think
Cavill.
you like
It's
Karen.
only Henry Cavill. The day there's a Henry
No,
Cavill
I think
anime.
you like Karen.
You like a what?
I think you like Karen.
Oh no, don't say that.
Dude, so far I've only seen her murder people. Which I won't say is a turn off. But,
She's very sarcastic.
okay. I feel like you guys think that I'm the guy in the baseball hat who just, like, the second he sees someone is like, oh, you're my one.
No, I think you like a certain sense of humor, and I feel like she actually has that sense of humor.
Alright.
And she's also a femme fatale, which we already went over with
I
you.
thought we
He
went
doesn't
over.
like them.
I thought we went over that. I find them very interesting for stories. I don't want to date one. I don't want to die.
Cece, thoughts?
Oh yeah, we're still doing years or nays, huh?
Yes, we are.
Kinda.
I'll give it a light yay. I feel like we haven't seen too much of the plot yet. We're still kind of getting to know the characters, but I certainly don't dislike it.
Again, I do wonder how much of Cece's enjoyment at all this month has just been my running commentary in the background. Like, the entire time Kamui and Fuma were running around each other, I'm like, you can't catch me, gay thoughts!
Yes, we can.
But I'm also full yay. Like, read the manga, watch the anime, do both. They're both really good. It's a very good adaptation. I think I would prefer this sub, but I am also usually a dub hater, so.
I actually flipped back and forth because the player that I had kept breaking depending on which version it was, so I got a little taste of both, and I don't think either was bad.
No, I don't think it's bad. I feel like sub usually gets a lot more emotional inflection in it.
Mm-hmm.
That's fair. To be fair,
Like, they just go a little harder.
I don't think
Yeah.
Fu's voice actress is very good.
I think the thing is like Japanese developed from a language where inflection had different meanings for a word. So it's a much more emotional language. I will say that.
Yeah, I will say I watched the dub for this, and some of the line reads were quite stiff.
Yeah, I preferred the sub for this one overall. I remember watching the sub back in the day, and I watched the dub this time, and it was kind of weird, but I also feel like it was one of those early 2000s dubs, and a lot of them
True.
sounded like this, so I don't know.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
fair.
shit. I remembered something I wanted to ask you guys about.
Hmm.
How'd y'all feel about the mom exploding into a sword in front of her children's eyes?
That's gonna be a core memory right there.
Yeah.
Those were my thoughts.
I was just like, what did you think was gonna happen? She was just gonna die?
I kind of just was thinking, like, you show that scene, the mom explodes, and there's a sword, and then you just see Mokina in an interview be like, cocaine's a hell of a drug.
Yes.
No, like, while we were watching it, CC was, like, verbally out loud, like, oh, what the fuck?
I certainly did not think she was going to turn into a sword. I was sitting there like, I think if the blood is shooting that far across the room, they're doing something wrong. Also,
I
who let
mean-
those children just run around loose in the hospital?
I mean, the dad is lucky that the kids only saw the aftermath and not the actual act of him, turning her into a sword.
Cocaine's a hell of a drug.
Well, one of my favorite moments that kind of does get glossed over.
Alright.
Okay, Al.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, what are we doing going forward?
What are we doing going forward? You know what? We gave a month to you. Maybe other people should also have a month. Hey, Yin, you want a month?
This is my month.
What do you want it to be
Yay.
about?
My month's gonna be Donghua month.
Dongwa month. Alright. What's that?
So we're gonna watch Chinese animated shows.
That's basically anime.
Basically anime, but not quite.
They are anime according to Mal.
There we
Okay.
go.
And
They're
you know
up
that's
there on
official.
that.
We've already had a discussion about Mal during the Magical Girl tournament. I'm not gonna go
I'm
back
making
into
a
it.
joke. I'm making a joke. I'm
But
being facetious.
But yeah, regardless, there's been a lot of great donghua in the last few years, and I'm excited to show you guys some of my favorites. So
Okay, what are we watching?
this next week is going to be To Be Hero X, which is actually running right now still. It's still coming out with episodes. At least I think by the time this episode comes out, it'll still be coming out with
Yes.
episodes.
As,
Yeah,
as
okay.
of
Just aired
recording,
episode.
it's...
As of the
Yeah.
recording,
Yes.
it's still coming out. And so this one is about a world in which there are superheroes who get their powers from like civilians' belief that they have them. Like, for instance, if people believe you can fly or you're super strong, then you will be that, and your trust value like goes up the more people believe in you. And there's this sort of superhero competition that happens once every 2 years or so that determines like the ranking of the heroes from 1 to 10, and the top ranked hero is considered Hero X. So that's the basic premise of the show. The show has different arcs for each hero. So the first arc is about one hero and it lasts 4 episodes and so on and so forth. So you get to see like each hero's story. A lot of it's like their origin story, how they became a hero, stuff like that.
Was that the one where it had like the 3D opening and then the 2D animation? Or
Yep.
Okay.
It has a combo.
Oh, so like Tiger and Bunny.
Not exactly, no. It kind of switches between 3D and 2D.
Yeah, no, Tiger and Bunny they couldn't afford to do the 2D animation all the time, so they kind of saved the money with the 3D.
Makes me
This
a
show
little
they specifically. I'll just say this: when shit goes down, they switch to 2D.
It's intentional,
in
yeah.
Ah.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. What else are we watching?
Oh, I didn't know you wanted me to... Oh, okay.
Yeah, let's
I thought
give
we
them a
were
preview
previewing
for the
next-
whole
okay.
month.
So
like,
for the other week, we're going to watch Lord of the Mysteries, another new show that's coming out right now. I'm not going to explain it all, sorry about that. And then we'll be watching Link Click, which came out a few years ago, very popular one, very good as well. Have an Official's Blessing, which is based on a Dawn May novel. And then Scissor 7, which is quite a different one than the others. It's more like a web series type vibe, but also very fun.
yeah. So we're gonna be watching all that. Gonna be hopefully having a good time. We've watched some Donghua on here before, like what was it? All Saint Street?
Yeah, we watched that one.
Were there
Yeah,
other
All
Saint
ones
Street.
beyond that?
That was fun.
Did we watch oh, what was it
There was
called?
that one
oh.
that was like a continuation of a movie, like feudal China.
Fog Hill, the Five
Yeah,
something.
Godfather.
Fog Hill we
Yeah.
watched.
I never get the name right. Yeah, okay. So we've seen some things in this media thingy genre. It's not a genre. It's a
Wheelhouse?
wheelhouse. Yeah, I'm like
Medium?
it's one of those things of like, okay, anime's not a genre. It's a medium, and it's
Yeah.
like, okay, but like
Within
don't
this
wa-
medium.
yeah. So, all right. This will be interesting to get out there. Kind of like how we watched RRR recently. Get a little different from what we normally see, but also probably familiar a little bit.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm looking forward to it.
I mean, some of them use the same exact animation company, so
Yeah, like Lord of the Mysteries is the same as Modao Zushi and King's Avatar, which are other great ones that I unfortunately could not fit in here. But you'll see like the progression of like certain animation, and then Lee Howlin made both Link Click and 2B Hero X.
Okay. All right. Well, I mean, explain more when we get to the actual stuff, because that's going to be interesting to learn more about these things. But yeah, we're going to be watching 2B Hero X next week, and then Donggua's from there, and then after that is October, which I always look forward to, because spooky times.
Spooky!
We will see you guys then. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Hey, thanks for watching, and if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe and ring the bell icon for notifications. If you enjoy this video, give us a like, and if you haven't already, check out some of our previous episodes, our daily gaming videos, or our parody series Madoka Magically Abridged. See you next time!